So what's up guys, it's Ash here and welcome back to a brand new video. Now in today's video guys, we do have some 4-4-2 tactics and instructions. Sorry the video's later, but there is no way I'm going to play the game in the daytime. So yeah, I'd rather play right now where it's a bit more responsive. And yeah, we've got the tactics and instructions. We're going to play a game or two as well. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get right into the video and yeah. If you guys want coins for FC24, make sure you check out MMOEXP.com. Their link is down in the description. They're very fast, they're very cheap, they're very reliable, and if you use my code Rema, you can get yourself a lovely 5% discount. Now, going straight onto the tactics, guys, a little bit different to what I usually post, to be honest with you guys, a bit wider than normal. The reason being is because a lot of people aren't enjoying the narrow tactics because it doesn't really suit the style of FC24. So I did try and put together some wider ones that I've been using. And yeah, so starting off with the defensive style, as always, I'm not going to talk for ages on these, just have it on balance, gives me the best control over the defense essentially. So if I want to press, I can, and then if I want to drop off and then be a little bit more passive, I can also do that. I still stand by having a narrow defensive width because I think it's better to be nice and narrow and compact through the middle to block out all of those attacks from the opponent that just stops you getting cut apart basically. You still need to have a bit of width though in the defense to cover out the wide areas in case somebody goes for an attack down the wing, which a lot of people do. Now, I said I didn't really like 71 depth, but I have been giving it a go to see what the hype is about after all these updates and that, and it is still pretty good. I am using it at the moment, but I will be honest, I still prefer 60 depth, but a lot of you guys do like 71 depth. So you can use 71 depth, 60 depth, doesn't really matter. Just use something you're comfortable with. Doesn't make a fat lot of difference, to be honest. For the build-up play, guys, we have it on balance because it does give you the most controlled, varied form of build-up. So, you know, if you want to play slow, you can. And then if you want to speed up and play a bit faster, you can also do that. So it just lets you mix up your attack a lot more, essentially. For the chance creation, guys, direct passing as always. This will never change because it's the only one which will allow you to break through those park the bus defenses. Your attackers will come at these runs, and then the defender will follow that run, and then your attacker will track back so you can do the little cutbacks. Just a really overpowered tactic in the current state of the game. For the width, guys, you know, I used to have this all the way down in like the 30s and 40s, but, you know, for the sake of this video, I've actually got it in 60, and I've actually been really enjoying it because obviously the best way to score in FC24 is going down the wing and then cutting back and that. So even though it's not my total play style, it has just made winning games really easy because you can just abuse the meta, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, 60 width. My personal preference would be a little bit lower, of course, but you know, in terms of the gameplay for most people, a higher width will probably do you good. For the players in the box, guys, 5, again, you know, bang in the middle, get a few players into the box, but you don't overcommit everybody. Corners and free kicks, you can do whatever you want, but I just got them on 2 at the moment. You know, I usually use 1, but I've been trying it out with 2. Now, moving on to the instructions, guys, these don't really change for me, to be honest. I still have the strikers on stay central and getting behind. You know, I don't really want these players drifting out wide. You know, I want them to be in the middle. I want them to be relied upon, and this is just the best place for them to be, in my opinion, in the middle at all times, essentially, so they can be relied upon. We also have them on getting behind, so you can get in behind those high defensive lines which people like to use and just create as many chances as possible. If this doesn't work for you, you can pop some players on mixed attack if you like, one of the striker on mixed, the other on getting behind. Doesn't really matter. It's all about finding something that works for you. For the right mid and the left mid, guys, come back on defense is still great because it ensures that the players take up the correct defensive positions, stops them getting lazy when we don't have the ball, because sometimes if the players don't have the high defensive work rate, they can get a little bit carried away, they can get a little bit lost and not do their defensive duties. Cut inside's great because it's a really good attacking AI movement that I like. Basically, the attacker will start out really wide and then they will like transition in with a run to get closer to the box, and that it's just really nice. I really like it, which is why I use it. Getting behind again on these players, you want to get them in behind the defensive line. You want them to utilize their pace. This is great. Getting to the box across is also good, so these players don't hesitate to get into the penalty area and help you out there, guys. Moving on to the left centre mid, the more defensive-minded player. This is the same as always. Stay back, cover centre. You don't want him flying forward. He is a defensive midfielder, of course, and then cover centre, so they primarily cover those central areas when defending. The right centre mid, guys, the more box-to-box player. We have them on the default settings. I actually have popped them on get into the box across, just to give us that extra person in the box to maybe help us finish more chances, and then also cover centre, so they primarily cover the central areas. I don't suggest having a box-to-box and stay back while attacking because, you know, they don't really commit much when you're going forward, and you know they're not as useful in my opinion. For the fullbacks, guys, the most attacking one, balanced overlap. You know, I like adding that extra width. It's a personal preference thing, but I really love having an attacking fullback. Gives me more options, makes attacking easier. The more defensive fullback, just stay back while attacking, so you have 3 defenders back at a time. And then the 2 centre backs, I leave them alone, and the keeper, I also leave them alone. Yeah, they're the tactics, guys. Let's get into a game. Martinez, Blanc, pretty weird team to be honest, but hopefully we can do something about it and maybe get a result. Let's see. Ball over the top. Come on, one more, and bang. There we are, 1-0. Easy as that, guys. Very basic, very easy, but you still score. I couldn't quite get the shot. Oh, okay, we've somehow scored. Really jammy, but we take it. So jammy, man. 3-0. So what I'm saying, guys, playing with a higher width is easier. I just don't find it as fun. So, you know, meta-wise, it's probably better to use those higher widths like I just suggested in the tactics section. But me personally, I still prefer using a narrow width, but that is just me. Nearly. Van Dijk. Oh. And there's the fourth. That should be that, guys, to be honest with you. And it is, yeah, 4-0 quit. Really easy to use these tactics, to be honest with you, especially with the higher width. Not my personal favourite, but, you know, very effective nonetheless. And yeah, that's it for the video, guys. If you have enjoyed or found this useful, please be sure to drop this video a thumbs up, as it does really help me out. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new, so you never miss out on any videos. And don't forget to turn on those notifications. And with all that aside, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace out, guys.